All right, I'm back. My presence was needed for a minute.
Man, you good, brother. We live.
All right.
We are live. We are live. What's up, TikTok? What's up, my TikTokers? What's up, Facebook?
What's up?
What's up, LinkedIn? What's up, YouTube? We are live. We got a nice show for you tonight, like always. Every Wednesday, we got some topics. We got a special guest. You know, we got 22 back. It's all good. What's up, 22?
Man, I'm back with y'all, but I'm at work though. But I had to make it happen.
Hey, brother, I appreciate you, man.
So, if y'all hear phones ringing or something like that, I'm at work. Mandatory call. And y'all literally got to have me on the road. Hey, this is the first time that CONVO with CINO live or the regular is going to be broadcasted from literally on the road.
Hey, man. It's that time of year though. You know what I'm saying? It's that time of year, man, with people moving around. It's, proms and all that stuff going on.
Yeah, man, the money out and about. So you got to be out and about to get the money.
Oh, no doubt. We move around to get it. We go get it.
The money is not staying in the house. If the money's staying in the house, that means either it's not accumulating or it's just leaving. It's just you gonna stay in the house, but the money ain't gonna stay in the house forever. So you got to get out the house too.
Well, that's a good point. But now it's ways with technology now, it's ways we can make money from the crib too, though.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But
COVID changed the game.
You still got to touch out through the technology. Your money's still coming. It ain't in the house. You got to bring it in the house.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right. Hold on. Okay. See, that's a 22ism. You know what I'm saying? See that's why we miss you. Hold on. Let me hold on, man. See, that's one of them. See, that's one of them, man. So yeah, man. So welcome to another.
Money going out.
Yes, sir. Welcome to another fire episode of CONVO with CINO live each and every Wednesday. Shout out to everybody checking in on YouTube. Shout out to my number one fan, Darlene McNeil. It was nice hanging out with you this weekend at the Money Talks event. Again, just an excellent event. And if y'all hear my co-host in there, Christina, she get a little excited when I give her that tablet. Y'all know how it go. So she might chime in. She might blurt out from time to time. My friend Christine Preston, happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you, my sister. Thanks for, always showing love, representing, supporting. And speaking of the Money Talks event, man, let's first of all, man, how you doing, brother? Because I know you said you missed you last week.
Man, I'm doing good, man. I'm great. You know what I'm saying? Even though I missed last week, it wasn't bad. I was just in my blessings of my bag. So everything's still good, man. I'm back. We breathing, never stop breathing. We still walking, talking. We got these blessings upon us.
Man, shout out to you, brother. And I guess Malcolm Cheeks, brother. He said he looking for you, 22. He said he's waiting to chop it up with you a little bit. So he said you owe him one. So we're gonna have to get him back.
Tell him he can get me on his demo if that's what he want. I got him.
Come on now. Let's see.
I got him.
See. You heard that, Cheeks. You heard that, Cheek. Shout out to 219 TV Midwest Connected. My man Malcolm Cheeks, man, who was on last week. We had a good show, man. Good energy. And yeah, man. But so that's good, man. My week was good, man. The Money Talks event was good. I think we got that photo, man. Shout out to Ladybug, Larisha McNeil, and Asia Turner, man. The ladies of integrity. I mean, they showed up and showed out. I mean, everybody looked good. We did some great networking. I mean, powerful networking. I met some really great people, and I was blessed to host that event. And it was dope, man. I had a great time. Had a really good
Give
time.
us like give us one or two of your key takeaways from the event.
Um, really, just business, really business funding, man. The power of it and the necessity of it on how business funding, how you can really put, and even nonprofits, there was a guy talking about nonprofits and how to, kind of leverage that. And then even taxes, you know what I'm saying? We even talked about taxes and how,
Okay.
powerful taxes is actually having the right tax preparer, how powerful that is, because a lot of times people don't get money, but you have to have a tax preparer that really knows business.
What they doing?
If
Yeah.
you're a business owner, man, and really knows loopholes on how to get you that money back, really the Trump play. How Trump said,
Right.
they asked Trump how you don't pay no taxes. He just said, I'm smart. You know what I'm saying? And
And right.
so
You smart
uh,
though.
yeah, I'm smart. That's what he said, verbatim, quote, I'm smart. So yeah, man. So it was yeah, and then just the networking, just building a relationship face to face. A couple of these people I've seen on social media, but now to actually connect with them and it's high tech versus high touch. You know what I'm saying? So it's nothing
Okay, I
like
got
nothing like really shaking a person's hand and getting to know them, and you know what I'm saying, and having that bond. So yeah, man,
you.
I would definitely.
You get to feel it the loose parts of the matrix.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So it was good, man. I'm looking forward to hosting other events, man. So it's your man CINO, man. Corey Williams, your favorite host, man. You know I'm gonna come clean. You see how y'all see I was clean, right? Yeah, man. So
Hey, look, bro. Before we go any farther, I would like to do this right here.
yes, sir. Ooh, yeah, let's do that.
The views and opinions expressed during Convo with the CINO Live are those of the hosts, guests, and contributors, and do not necessarily reflect the official policy or position of CINO with CINO. Convo with CINO is affiliates or Program Enhancement Coordinator 22. Viewer discretion is advised. This show is intended for informational and conversational purposes only.
Boom. Yeah, now we got that out the way, man. Stuff getting real, man. And this is intellectual property is, people sensitive. You got all type of movements going on. So, you just gotta, you know, cover CYA, as they say,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying,
CYA.
right?
You know. So yeah, man. Well, let's get into it, man. I'm excited. It's spring. It's May. It's money making May. We got proms and graduations coming up. We got wedding season. We got it's just love and joy is in the air, man. So
It's new life out
speaking
here.
yeah. So speaking of that, man, who we got for the success of the week?
Man, for our success of the week, I got you right here. We have Times 2024 Kid of the Year. Heman Beagle created soap that could cure skin cancer. Times 2024 Kid of the Year is 15-year-old Heman Beagle, a Fairfax, Virginia student who developed a bar of soap that could potentially treat skin cancer. He was selected for this honor alongside 5 other honorees. Heman Beagle's accomplishment is skin cancer soap. His soap is a novel approach to skin cancer treatment, offering a potentially more accessible and affordable alternative to current treatments. Yeah, man.
Man, shout out to that brother Herman Heman Beagle.
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 Heman Beagle.
Heman Beagle. That's an interesting name. Is that African or something?
He's Ethiopian.
Okay. Well, that's African.
Yeah, he's Ethiopian.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, same difference.
Yeah. Well, that's cool now. And man, shout out to that brother, man. We need more natural products, man. Right now with cancer and all this stuff going on. I know, man. I'm looking to get more health conscious, man. Just on what I'm eating, what I'm putting on my skin, what I'm putting in my body, you know what I'm saying. We got to be really, really conscious of that right now, man.
Yeah,
So
we have to.
shout out
We
to that
most
young
definitely,
man.
especially with all the artificial stuff out here, man. We do have to be more conscious of shit. Shout out to him, man. I wish like a lot of these people that we have on as far as the successes of the week. I really would love it if we could just have a, what I'm saying, few-minute conversation, because I want to know what inspired him to go that way. Like outside of just he has this genius and intelligence, there has to be something that inspired him to go that way. Like it would be great to know what inspired the people to go the way that they went.
You know what? I think young people, man, I think it's all about your household, your upbringing, I mean, not all the time, because you could just you could be, I done seen some parents and their kids is super smart, and you be like, wait a minute, you wasn't really that bright, but you know, you know what I'm saying? So, but I think for
Yeah,
the
I'm with
most
that.
part, yeah, yeah, I think for the most part, it starts in the home. And even if they ain't bright, they probably have some type of discipline, some type of regimen, man, that keeps
Yeah,
the kids
look, I'm saying,
focused.
right. I'm saying, like, with those things that are instilled in him, I'm saying, I wonder what made him choose to go the route of let him develop something for skin cancer versus let me find a way to create oil or something. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
What makes them decide to take that stance that they take with the genius that they have gathered from their environment and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, we need to reach out to them, man. We need to reach out to these people, like you said, and find out and, hear their side. Absolutely, man. So that's something we can work on in the future, man. Definitely.
All right, no problem,
And I
man.
appreciate you for really hosting that segment of the show, man. That success of the week. And you've been
Man,
featuring mostly young people, I noticed.
yeah, because those are people that really need it, man. The people that's out here that got millions of dollars and all that other good type stuff, they already doing their thing. See, these are the people that we need to influence and motivate to keep being innovative.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Um, I think it was cancer. Okay, I think it was okay, cool. We're gonna let Chill come on, man. He ready. He ready. I guess he in the waiting room ready. He can't hold it, man. Shout out to Chill Will, man. This brother, straight out of GI. He gonna tell you his story, but I gotta introduce him a little bit, man. Straight out of GI, representing Ivanhoe, man. For those who don't know, Gary, Indiana, Ivanhoe, was one of the project communities, whatever you want to call it. But this brother, man, just has excelled, not just professionally, but spiritually and just as a man, and as a citizen, and really doing some impactful work with his podcast called
Okay.
On Code. And so without any further delay, I'm gonna bring on my guest. He always chiming in, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna bring him on. What's up, Chill?
Hey, what's up, fam? What's up, 22?
Man, what's up with you? How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed, and I'm honored to be here with y'all, brothers, man.
Now you see the smile on my face, right?
Hey, you see the smile on my face, man.
See, that's
on my face.
yeah, we see the smile, we see it, man.
I can hear a smile on your face.
Absolutely, man. That's the energy you get when you're around good people, man, whether it's personally or in the physical or in the spiritual. You know what I'm saying? When you just think about a certain type of people, certain thoughts come to your head. Whether if it's somebody that you be like, oh, you think they say their name, you be like, ugh. But every time when I think about Chill, man, just always good energy, good vibes, and always chiming in and just always supporting. And we reconnected, man. Shout out to my man Winfred Owens of the Winfred Owens cigar brand, black owned cigar brand, 100% Nicaraguan. Yes, and we initially connected through him, and hey man, here we go, man. So Chill, Will, man. You know, elder. Like, I don't know. You know, you got
Hey,
you
man,
got all kind of,
either
you
way
got
is
all
all
kind
good, man.
of names on there. Elder Eli
Yeah,
L. A.
Eli L.
Yeah, yeah. So
That man got a birthright.
come on,
There you
come
go. There
on.
you go.
Yes, sir. Peace and love.
So
Peace and love.
introduce yourself, man, to my audience, to those who don't know you, man.
Well, for those who don't know me, my name is Willie Anderson. I'm from Gary, Indiana, and my Hebrew name is Elder Eli El Ben Solomon Yahuda. And like he said, I'm from Ivanhoe, the mighty West Side class of 1987. And I'm down here in Indianapolis now, man, just chilling, man.
Man, man, yeah, we gonna get into some stuff, man. We got some topics, man, but I want to get into a little bit more about who you are too, man, and what you represent.
Oh, for sure.
So, so tell us about your the podcast, your show on code, and really how that came about.
Okay, well, the podcast started. It was organically, right? I work for the federal government. I work for the VA. I've been working for the VA now for 10 years. And back in 2014, I was working in the research department. So I mostly worked with foreigners, you know, Asians and people from Europe and different things like that. And they all scientists. And during lunchtime, we would always sit down and talk and chop it up. And because I knew so much about where they came from and their history, their country and everything, they was like, man, you ought to have a podcast. Now, this back in 2014, I was like, man, everybody want to listen to me what we talk about. And they was like, you sitting here got us PhDs and doctors listening to you. Why won't they listen to you? So fast forward, my man, CNC Radio, Zach, and I forgot my other brother's name. Forgive me, but CNC Radio was like, "Hey, chill," because I was on their podcast watching them like I'm watching y'all. It's like, "Hey, man, come on here and join us one time, man. You know, just tell us what you think." So I came on a podcast with him, and we started doing a Sunday segment. But then he had to start working midnights. So my man Tank G from 219, Tank G 219 featuring AWOL, they podcast was like, I can show you the ropes. You feel me? So Tank G showed me the ropes, what kind of equipment I had to buy and everything. So I was sitting back thinking like, okay, who could I have as my co-host? So I called my man up, you know, Sobo, 11th Avenue Hobo. And I was like, hey, fam, you to be the perfect host, man. You know, the co-host with me. You want to join this podcast with me? And I called my niece, Nashamisa Soulmate. So we got together, you know, then I had a panel of people around me, which is my auntie, you know, Julia Rogers from the West Side class of 1972. That's the class that had the first Black National Caucus in the United States, which was at West Side High School. So her class was the ambassadors for the Black Caucus, right? And then I had my other home girl, Verlene. She's from the class of 87 as well, West Side. And she's the Minister of Information. Then I got my man Paul. He's the Minister of Information. He's also from West Side. And then, you know, we have some other guests that come in every now and then sporadically. But that was our guest. You know, my niece, Brianna, she worked for the Urban League. So everybody we had to have around us. And then my man Norman Upshaw, he's the voice on 102.3 Rejoice Radio. So he's also a panel member. And then my man Dusty, who is a Scottish Rites. He's like a third degree Scottish Rites. He's over the one over there in Gary, right? So we all just got together, man, said this is the format. And our whole thought process was everybody has so much negative things to say about Gary. We want to only talk about the positive things of Gary and the things that Gary have done, not just in the city and not the state, but around the whole world. Because Gary people everywhere, and everywhere we go, we showing up and showing out. And that's how we got started, man. We started actually on the slap with Chris Rock them. I was sitting back watching it and was like, oh, you know, this is it. This that moment. This that watershed moment. And that's how we got started, man.
Hey, man.
Yeah, that's heavy, man.
Wow.
Shout out to Zach and Tank G, man. Shout out to everybody who just said, hey, Tank G, that's my guy, man. I know he gave you some good guidance, man. Because hey, I know you surround yourself with good people because he's a person that he feed people information. If that's what you're trying to be on, ain't no gatekeeping. Man, shout out to all y'all.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. And, you know, me and Tank used to rap together because I was in Avenue Mafia and I came home from the military. and all the little dudes, all them, the good fellas, all of them was rapping, man. Everybody was rapping. I came from California, like, hey man, we need to do something with this, And then Tank G, I got with him because I'm a little older than all of them. But when I got with Tank G, he had a song called "Death Before Dishonor," and during that time period, Avenue was kind of going at each other. The MCGs, they was doing their thing. The PFGs, all the different rap groups, but the hood was beefing. And Tank G had a song called "Death Before Dishonor," talking about how he would rather face death than a dishonored legacy and the people he grew up around with. You feel me? And his song, when I was not going through the stuff we was going through, his song was the only song out of everything we was doing that touched me. So I was like, I gotta talk to him. And I went over his crib and knocked on his door, like, hey man, we need to talk. And we've been tight ever since. His group, Ken Folks, Capo and them.
Capo, man. Shout out to Capo, man. Ken Folks.
Yeah, my guys, man. You know what I'm saying? We both came together, man. So that's
I did a feature for Ken Folks on one of the Gangsters Move in Silence.
Okay, yeah.
22 on there.
Okay, I might have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, I'm going to listen to it too.
which song was it? 22.
It's called "Let Me Down Easy." It's on the Gangsters Move in Silence.
Okay, I know exactly what it's talking about. Okay, I might have to go back and listen to it because it's on KTK.
Let Me Down Easy, baby. Yeah.
Okay. See the separation, degrees of 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey man, I wanted to ask you, because you seem like well versed when it comes to like just a lot of things. So leaving Gary, and you got love for Gary, for sure, and your alma mater, West Side, shout out Horseman over here, but where did the love come from just Gary, and then what further education did you go through, or whether it's self education, or you know what I'm saying? Because what are love and education? What are those two things combined and meet in the middle?
I'm sorry. I'm a United States Marine War vet. I've served in the first Gulf War, and leaving Gary, when you growing up in Gary, Indiana, we kind of sheltered with our blackness and our heritage. You understand what I'm saying? So when I left out of Gary, went to California for the first, even though I had been around white people because I was in 4-H, but my mom, we Trinity Missionary Baptist Church, the church I grew up in. But my mom, raised me within the Islamic faith over there in Chicago. We used to go to the mosque with the Nation of Islam, and we also used to go to Waliddin Muhammad's church over there too as well. And back in the days, I don't know if you remember this, but all down 5th Avenue, 4th Avenue, all the billboards in City of Gary, they had our history on the billboards about the greatness of Gary. You feel me? And so as a kid, that's all I saw. And then growing up, it was mandatory that in our school system, in the Gary school system, it was mandatory that you knew about the Black National Anthem and all that kind of stuff. At Chase schools, I went to Chase. We used to have to sing that every morning and the national anthem. So it was just, just growing up in Gary, just that. Then, like I said, the class of 72, how they honored, Dr. King, had the Black National Caucus. So going through all that and just being Gary down and having to leave Gary and seeing how people try to, defecate on top of us, it rubbed me the wrong way. So I had to, everywhere I go, I let them know, regardless of where I'm at, who I'm with, I let them know about what Gary truly means, not just what the media tried to portray. And yes, we had our hard years, but at the end of the day, I've learned that our education system was way better than the majority of people, not only in the state, but around the country. You know what I'm saying? And then my aunties and them, everybody in my family, we servants. That's how my grandmother raised us to be servants. My grandmother was in the civil rights movement. My auntie Glenn is the president of American Federation of Teachers. She's the president for Gary and one of the vice presidents for the state. For the country. And all my uncles, except for one, served in the military. All of them. I got a cousin right now that's still in the military, been like about 16 years. So we are a service family. Even though we was out, I did my thing in the streets for a minute, but we're a service family. And my mom always told me, you too smart not to have no alphabets behind your name.
Mm.
The got her nursing degree, and my little cousin Tamika, who's also a teacher in Gary, and she's a steward for the union as well. They got their degrees. So I'm looking like, if they got theirs, I need to get mine. So I went back to school. So I got an MBA in business administration, and I got an MA in theology.
Come on, man. Come on, man. See, I know something because you sign. I know an educated person. When I'm talking to one, whether it's self-education or formal education, and I can just tell by your association, all the people that you associated with. I know that there had to be some type of higher education, man. So shout out to you, man. I got on the right shirt. You like Tupac, man. You got like Tupac story, man.
Hey, when I was on vacation in Terre Haute, that's what them the Islamic brothers used to call me. They used to call me Machiavelli.
See, I have my CINO shirt on. I said I'm gonna leave my Tupac shirt on today. So yeah, that's cool, man. So we gonna get into a few topics, man, and I would love to get your perspective because you always chiming in, man. And again, appreciate you, man, more than you know, man, just for the energy, the vibe, man, and sending that energy, my way, man. So
definitely, man.
So yeah, let's get into some of these topics, man, and get the chill wheel perspective on these joints.
One of these topics that we got going heavy on social media has been going for about a week or so now, and that is 100 men versus one gorilla. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where people got this thing from where they want to go against this gorilla or something like that. Maybe it's order now in these days or something, but that's just I'm from Gary, Indiana. I don't see us just saying, hey, because we got to go somewhere to find a gorilla. I don't know what people on, man. They bored at home.
Well, it's I think it's one of them questions like the Jay-Z question. Like, would you rather have dinner with Jay-Z or 500,000? You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like I don't know where this question came from either, but it's trending. I think 100 men could take down one gorilla. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it can happen too, because just logically, man, they didn't say, do we just have to do it with our bare hands, whatever it is, but I'm quite sure there's a way that 100 men can outsmart one of anything.
Now, would I want to be one of these 100 men? No. If so, let me be like the 99th person. Let me be the 100th person. Maybe he'll be tired by 99. You know what I'm saying?
I would just say, let me be the 1%. Let me be the 1% that survived. Let me be the 1% that's just directing everybody.
Chill. What's your thoughts on that, man? Hey, you from Idaho, man. I know you done jumped somebody before, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say, man. And all I can say is this, man: the strength of a gorilla. I didn't been in the jungles.
Okay.
I didn't been in the jungles.
You been in the jungles?
Yeah, I was in the jungles in the Philippines over there, man. I've been in the jungles. And a monkey, just a monkey, a chimpanzee, will whoop about 10 men by himself. I'm sorry, I'm just saying. Now, the advantage we do that is we can outthink them. We can set traps and all that kind of stuff, but just straight physical force. They told us a monkey in the Philippines. A monkey took my food from me. They jumped off the bridge, and I had to throw my food over the bridge. You feel me? And the last monkey just looked at me like, yeah, you better throw over the bridge, and jumped on him back in the jungle. So all I'm saying is this: I'm like you, at 22. I want to be that last one. So if it don't go right, I could dip. If man was a good fight, I'm gonna rip my shirt a little bit and still on myself.
Oh my God, man! Wow, that's funny, bro. I heard monkeys are strong though.
Man, they strong, man.
Hey man, Tank said Tank G 219 Radio featuring A Wall said much love from Tank G 219 Radio A Wall got you podcast. Yeah. Shout out to Tank. Yeah. Shout out, man. For sure.
Yeah.
Man, you just cracked me up, man. But I heard monkeys are strong though.
Hey man. Now it's a guy running around the podcast that said Michael Jackson whooped Bubbles one time, right? So, but they said Mike had hands. So, you know, I'm just saying, you know. So, but Bubbles, you know, they made, you know, he raised them, so it might be a little different. You know what I'm saying? But in the wild, I ain't going.
Man. I did not think this question was gonna go there, man. I'm glad you got firsthand perspective though on the jungle, and the monkeys or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Man, that's funny, man. All right, let's move on, man, because I'm gonna be laughing at this for a while. Oh my goodness, that was funny, man.
We have Tracy Ellis Ross. Tracy Ellis Ross, 52, says she prefers dating younger men. Part of the reason is that men her age are often steeped in toxic masculinity. She says, I have long been past the age where I feel like it's my job to teach somebody or grow them up.
So, my thing was that toxic masculinity part, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, what does that mean? Can you look that up? What's the definition of that?
Man, you know how I really take that, man. I really take that, as far as, especially in this age, people are always throwing out that toxic label. To me, I take it as she even though she says she doesn't have time to grow nobody up, she wants somebody that's malleable. She doesn't want somebody that is set for a certain goal in their life, because that's what they're focused on, and so now she has to like compromise her life to theirs. She already said like she wants somebody that's just gonna be along with the ride, and if you're not down with being along with the ride, you toxic.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I look at it like, older people, even dating women, older women, whatever. Women, people. The older you get, the more life you've experienced, right? And when you go from relationship to relationship to relationship, you bring it. That's why they call it baggage. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people don't unpack their baggage from relationship to relationship. They just keep loading on the bag. And so by the time you meet somebody that's not that has unloaded their bag and you still got yours and you finally take it off and you put it on them, they like, man, I don't want all that luggage. I don't want all that. You know what I'm saying?
Look, but I get what you're saying, but in the way that I'm taking this, like, and even when men said, because people were just all mad at Trick Daddy because he said something similar a couple of weeks ago, and they were super mad at him, but the women with her about this. I'm taking what you're saying, the baggage. See, but also going through there, you realize what you do want and don't want from a relationship. And when you one of them people, that's where certain people have red flags. Oh, that's a red flag for me. I ain't going with it. Whereas if a person don't have that experience, what should be a red flag, it's a white flag. If they don't know what to do with it.
What's your thoughts, Chill? Now you married, right?
Yeah.
How long you been married?
Just almost a year. Be a year in July.
Oh, you just got married.
Yeah, I'm a recover.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, man. Yeah, okay. You seem like a type brother, man. Been married like about 20 years already, man.
I've been engaged like 4-5 times, but
okay.
You
ain't got to get too deep in this topic. I don't want no skillet flying across your head on the show.
She got to dinner with her son. She got to eat Mother's Day dinner with her son right now.
Okay.
But she know. I told her,
So you said you've been married. I mean, I've been married twice. I've been married, divorced. You know what I'm saying? So,
Man, you got to look at the analogy first of what she's trying to say about being too much toxic, right? You got to realize though, when a woman is with a man's semen, you know, the woman say he getting on my nerves, he getting under my skin, or this and that, whatever. When you lay down with a person, you creating soul ties. You feel me? And in the midst of them soul ties, when a man's semen gets into a woman, it goes into her bones. So that man becomes a part of her. Whereas the man, you know, when the man is with a woman, it's not exactly the same. They develop a ties mentally. You know what I'm saying? Whereas a woman develops ties physically. So by her saying that, she done went through enough relationships where she done messed people's heads up mentally, and she's still physically. She's the one that got the baggage because she can't let go of the things that she went through. That's just how I see it. I might be wrong because I don't know her personally. But when women start saying stuff like that, they got to let their baggage go. They got to cleanse themselves. You know what I'm saying? And until a person truly cleanse themselves and heal their heart, it's gonna be the same. They not never gonna be happy.
But why do younger people like? Because I don't know, like seem like a younger person, you don't have that much in common. You know what I'm saying? Like, what can you get from a younger person? I mean, I guess they have to be mature, and I don't know. Like you said, I don't know how young she talking. She could be 5 years younger. It could be 10. You know, whatever. I don't know who she's dating, but you know, I know both of my wives were younger than me. You know what I'm saying? My ex-wife, they were younger than me, like 5 years, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I know even in the Quran they say like date a woman or marry a woman 7 years. You know, is that right?
Yeah, something like yeah.
Yeah.
But like 22 said, she wants somebody she can mold. She wants somebody who she can dictate what's gonna happen. Cause a man that come in there that's like you said at first, that's experienced and had his own understanding, he's not gonna put up with a lot of stuff that she talking about, and she not gonna put up with the stuff that he talking about. So that's why it's toxic.
Yeah, it's basically boiled down to control.
That's it.
Who's controlling?
You got to think about it. And think about this: water is toxic to an oily environment. So it don't necessarily some toxic don't necessarily mean that it got to be a bad thing. It's just not it's just not in on the same page that you want it to be. If it's going against the grain, you toxic. You could be the best thing smoking, but your goodness is toxic to somebody else's badness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah. So how's that first year, man? How's year number 1, man?
Hey man, you know it's a blessing, man. I ain't even gonna lie, man. You know, my wife, you know, she take good care of me, man. You know what I'm saying? And I look out for her and everything. And this I ain't gonna lie, it's been a blessing, man, you know. And I'm just at this stage of my life, you know, I'm just happy I met somebody, man, who loved me for me. And like 22 was just saying, we're compatible. We're not the same. We don't come from the same background. You understand what I'm saying? But everything that I brought as a man with all my baggage and the baggage that she had, we was like, and we could work with that. Let's make something shake. You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, man, that's awesome, man. Well, congratulations, man. Many more years and you know anniversaries, man, to come, man. For real.
You, appreciate it.
I want to be like you when I grow up, man.
Oh man, hey, I'm trying to get like you in 22, man.
So cool, man. So what else we got? 22.
Hey, man, our next topic. They said that jury selection is beginning in the Diddy case as it nears for trial. So yeah, this man getting ready to go to trial, man. Jury selection continued on Tuesday in the sex trafficking trial of Sean Diddy Combs, the 55-year-old hip hop mogul who has spent the last 7 months in a Brooklyn jail. So you know, they say this is going to be one of the biggest cases of all time.
We're gonna let Chill Will, man, drop. What you think about this whole situation, man?
Well, man, a friend of mine who went to West Side, came out 87, she used to sing backup for Faith Evans. And her and Kelly Price used to sing backup for Faith Evans, right? And when we was rapping, and I knew she used to sing with them, and you know, she did plays and everything. And I was like, you know, I ain't gonna say her name, but I was like, come on, you know, how come you ain't put me next to them, you know? And she was like, Willie, I would never put nobody who I know and love in their circle, anything that they do, because they foul. and she stopped dealing with him. You know what I'm saying? Because she was like, I can't get along with that stuff. So everybody been knowing what's been going on forever. It's just that P. Diddy, he stepped on the wrong toes when he tried to do the discrimination case against the liquor distributors. Because you got to realize, even though they're legit businessmen, mostly everybody in the industry, regardless of what industry it is, somebody in their family committed a crime to get where they at now. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they dealing with old mob money, whether it's international mobs or whatever. They dealing with old gangster money. And when he tried to go against the grain like that, it's like, you know, we didn't give you all these millions of dollars to get almost $1 billion to get to where you at, and you gonna bite your handler's hands. They knew P. Diddy been doing that stuff forever. They ain't nothing new. That's the whole industry. Not the whole industry. Not everybody don't get down like that, but that's just what he doing. He overstepped his boundaries by, you know, by speaking out and trying to, you know, demanding more than what they felt he was worth, and he gonna get a scapegoat. They, you know, they
look, I got a question. You know what I'm saying? I'm making an abrupt transition, but I like what you said. But this transition, I really want to see your natural reaction to this, and I want you to continue building on what you was building on. Because guess what I saw in the news the other day?
I saw
Smokey
that.
Robinson is sued for alleged sexual assault and battery. Smokey Robinson, man. So with Smokey Robinson, 4 former housekeepers for Motown legend Smokey Robinson have accused him of sexual assault, alleging in a lawsuit that he repeatedly abused some of them for years. So I saw some of the stuff in there where one of the house workers for him said that his wife knew about the stuff was going on. She didn't do anything to stop it, and these things were going back. I believe it was in the early 2000s. So this stuff that's going on with him, these people said that it was going on from, one said 2014 to 2020. There was another person that said it happened 20 times during the 12 years that she worked for him. So I have a question with these things that are going on too. Nothing against shaming anybody, you know what I'm saying? There are real victims out there, but even with the real victims, the question that I really do have about this stuff is, where do we draw the line at from victim to participant?
Exactly.
20 times, 12 years?
Exactly.
Where do we draw the line from victim to? So I'm not, like I said, I'm not taking from those ladies just because we don't know what is true and what's not true. But this lady, she said 20 times in 12 years. Okay, do we just count 2 or 3 of these times? Or you really going to get this man for 20 of them times through 12 years? Because we don't know where in there she could have been a participant. Even if it was just she kept participating as far as going back to work because she needed the money and you knew what was going on. Where do we draw the line between victim and participant when it comes to the duration that these things have been happening in?
Man, I think, you know, I think right now we living in a day and age where for women, this is like their new version of the PPP loan. Right? When I say that, it's a come up for women. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they don't really want these guys to really go to jail. Most of them is like probably civil suits. You know what I'm saying? They coming out the Cassie. The girl got 15 mil and they still using the video against Diddy. He gave her 15 mil for the video, but they still bringing that video up in court. That's still going to be part of his trial. So, I mean, Kelly, I mean, you look at, hell, I mean, even for the guys, if you got dirt on somebody, hell, even Kanye said he paid his cousin $250,000 for a videotape of him with some girl. You know what I'm saying? So everybody is almost a form of extortion. You know what I'm saying? To me, I don't think they really want to take these people down. I think they want some of their money, honestly.
Yeah, Will, what you got to say?
Man, all I can say right now is that the black man's under attack. And not from the smallest level to the highest echelons, we are under attack. And if they could use our nature against us, that's what they're going to use. Even though, like you said, when is the statute of limitations of saying you was a participant versus a victim? Now, you was a victim when you said no the first 3 times, and you said, you know what, I can't take this no more. I'm going to the police. I can see maybe you understand what I'm saying? Now, with Mr. Robinson, if you ever listen to him talk, Smokey Robinson, he is very pro-black active.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And then even Puffy, when Puffy was saying that we're gonna start this new black power movement.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know, after he had did
a
all
new
the
party, he wanted to start a new party, like
exactly.
You know, Democrat, Republican, black,
exactly.
You know, the black party, yeah.
And then you know the lady that did Ernest Liquors, you know,
the black lady. Ernest, yeah, the whiskey.
Right, the whiskey.
Yeah, the black whiskey brand, yeah.
He made a statement the other day at
Uncle Nearest. Uncle Nearest.
Right, Uncle Nearest.
Yeah.
He made a statement the other day saying that they always try to make us the minority in America. But black and brown people are the majority in this country by 72%, and around the world is 92%. So the best way to demoralize the people is to take away their icons and shame them in front of everybody, and let the next people. The first time they did it, they killed all our icons off. They just straight blew their heads off and killed them in front of everybody. Now it's like, we're gonna break you, take your money, and we're gonna put you in prison and make everybody, your own people, denounce you. You see what I'm saying? That's what they're doing right now. Even what they did was messed up, but that was the culture in which they participated. Like Cassie, she was there all that time, doing everything she was doing. Come on now. Even R. Kelly now, the women that he was with, them kids, they went back on the old case on R. Kelly and got him. They didn't get him for nothing new. They got him for old stuff that he literally beat for real. And they brought it back up. You see what I'm saying? So it's just an attack. You know, I don't condone nothing they did. But at the same time, when you have a group of people and you get to a point when you start speaking out for yourself and your people, they're gonna chop it off at the head.
Hey, because you know what's crazy when you say about minority and majority. See, in today's time, we put that with a number, but minority and majority actually did not have anything to do with a number of people when it was originally, the term was originally coined. Majority was the ruling class, and the minor or the minority, it was the citizens, the subjects. So back then, and the way that it's termed, majority actually has nothing to do with numbers. It has to do with who is ruling things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I looked at the Smokey Robinson thing. I mean, what's Smokey about? How old is this man? Probably about, I mean,
80-something,
80-something, right? So my thing is with a lot of these entertainers, like these women probably got mad because he wasn't paying his bills. He wasn't paying his booty bill. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't paying, right? So when you don't pay, you have to get punished, right? Mm-hmm. So that's why the man probably still on the road touring, and like a lot of these entertainers, I believe, are older entertainers. They should be somewhere chilling back on their royalties, and you know what I'm saying, and the records that they made. It's no way these people should, out of all the hits that Smokey made and wrote and produced in his own music for all of Motown, there's no way this man should be. And you can't tell me you just doing it because you love it. I ain't buying that. You doing it because you got to.
You got to.
You doing it. I think the OJs, man, he still on tour. OJs, he about 90 years old.
One of them just died.
Okay, so that was the one. So was he 90?
Yeah. He was old. I don't know how he was, but he passed away.
Look at Frankie Beverly. Toured to the day he died. You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all doing with y'all? R. Kelly, he crying about his residuals. He sung a song from jail about his. You know what I'm saying? Where my residuals?
Mm-hmm.
Who's getting all the money?
That's why they killed Mike. That's why they killed Prince.
Who got all their money? They don't have no will. Come on.
Yeah.
Prince didn't have a will. Prince was about black. Prince was pro-black too. Mm-hmm. And Prince was about his business. So you gonna tell me this man ain't have a will? You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of fishy stuff going on in the music industry. Who would have thought that R. Kelly, P. Diddy, Bill Cosby, all these people that we grew up listening to that we would be faced in jail. If anything, I would have thought Diddy would be in jail for this guy. For orchestrating the hit on, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. That's what I would have thought. Now, if he was on trial for that, I wouldn't have nothing to say. I'd be like, okay, let's hear this out.
And he's still the dude in Nevada is still going to trial for that. He in jail for that now. So he been saying that. He said on Vlad TV, yeah, Puffy owed me money. He supposed to give us $1 million for what we did, but he never gave it to us. So he got to face that too.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't even be tripping if he was on trial for the Tupac situation. But the man ain't do nothing. But he wasn't doing nothing but having some freak parties. Like how y'all finna get a man life for freak parties? You know what I'm saying?
I just thought about something, man. So at the same time, why aren't these people being charged with visiting the common nuisance? Because you went to a common nuisance 20 times. You visiting the common nuisance. Bro, you can go to somebody's house just to go kick it, play the game, or watch the game, but they invited you. Police come over, kick in the door, and they got stuff. You're in trouble for visiting the common nuisance. You ain't even did nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, everybody going. I don't know, man. It's crazy, man, and P. Diddy, man, it's wild. Man finna get life in jail. So, cause I guess they gave him a plea, and then he turned down the plea.
How many years was it?
I don't know the plea. I don't know what the plea was.
It was too many for him.
Yeah, and so he been in jail 7 months? You said?
Yeah, he been in there for 7 months.
And they said this is probably gonna be the biggest trial. Now, OJ was a big one. I don't know. I don't know if it's gonna be as big as OJ's, but people gonna definitely be tuned in.
Yeah, he ain't got no Johnny Cochran.
Man, I feel like this gonna be the same magnitude of OJ or bigger, because this is going to landmark what's going on to wealthy black men. This one right here, because there's been other cases, stuff like that. They kind of fizzle out and stuff like that. But if you're able to successfully do this to Diddy, regardless of how guilty he is or is not, this is a landmark. A lot of people are going to be tuned in, even the people that aren't supporting him or the people that should be supporting him. It's a lot of people that's going to be watching it, not to support, but they're figuring out this is going to change a lot of stuff. And they trying to know how to approach. Both sides are watching to see how to approach.
Well, I mean, and they actually trying to bring. I seen something about bringing Oprah in it, and I mean all the celebrity friends. So I mean, that's who gonna be watching, the people that was actually at them parties that don't want to be mentioned.
This bigger than Nino Brown.
Exactly.
But people like Michael B. Jordan is on the witness list because when Diddy was dating Cassie, Michael B. Jordan was apparently flirting with her, and then Diddy started making threats toward him. And they said that Michael B. Jordan had called Cassie directly and told her, "Hey, you need to call Diddy because of the stuff he doing." You know, they done said Diddy done blew up people's cars and stuff like that. Like, yeah, so they also got some of these celebrities that are coming because they're on the witness list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's about to get ugly on the trial. That's for sure. Yeah, we're gonna see who he take down with him. You see Jay bagged up, Jay-Z bagged up a while ago. He said, "No, that ain't my friend. We just, acquaintances or something."
I just know him.
Yeah, I just know him. That ain't my friend. Yeah. I don't know, man. Well, we gonna be monitoring the situation. How about that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. So yeah, man, I think that's it. It was a kind of light week today, man. Anything you got going on, Chill Will, on code?
Well, I just want to give a shout out to my businesses, if you don't mind.
Do your thing. Shout out whoever you want, bro.
I want to shout out to my sister, Venetia. We have a CNA program called Unified Vision CNA, Unified Vision Medical Staffing and Educational Services. We have the #1 CNA program in the state of Indiana. with a 95% success rate.
Wow.
And Wanda, she has a program called Leo's Loving Care, which is a home health agency. She just got that started, but that's what she's doing. And my sister is the administrator for it. My sister Venetia is the administrator for it. And
I'm based out of Indianapolis.
Indianapolis. But for the home health agency, it can go anywhere in the state of Indiana.
Okay.
Anywhere, Gary, anywhere. And my sister and the CNA program, we teach people online as well. So it can go across the whole state. You feel me? And we also got a daycare called Taylor Academy, daycare ministry. And we take children from
what's the website for that for the teach
Unified Vision? We don't have a website. They do got one, but to be honest with you, fam, I don't really know it 100%. But I believe it's you just type in Unified Vision medical staff, and I believe it'll pop up. So it's on there, and it's on the state website as well for Unified Vision. And because unfortunately we had started doing stuff word of mouth. Because when we first moved down here, and my sister was doing so good with the CNA program that literally the people in Indianapolis and the state started hating against us. You know what I'm saying? They literally started hating against the program. But God is good, and she's prevailed, and she's doing excellent. We've been doing the program since 2011. We've been doing the medical.
Oh wow! Okay.
The CNA program, and CNA and QMA, and then also me and my wife, we're starting up a business called Vision One Dispatching and Logistics, where we're going to be doing medical transportation and different things like that, medical couriers and everything. So that's what we got going on. Then also, I'm still waiting on that paragraph from you, fam, for the book I'm writing.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you. Hey, man, sound like you married up, man.
Yeah. Yeah. I married up, man. My baby, man, she got me down 10 toes. You know,
yeah, that's what a good wife's supposed to do, man. You know,
she hold me down, man, and she incorporated our vision. You know, the vision that I had. You know, when I first moved into Indianapolis, God was like, you know, you're gonna have these different things. You know what I'm saying? And so I just been working and just been going toward it, man. You know, and I'm an elder in the church. You know, so and my pastor allowed me to freely preach. You know, the word from a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? It's not just how the traditional preachers preach. He let me preach or teach, because I don't preach, I teach. So he let me teach what you know.
What church is this?
It's called Nehemiah House of Prayer, Praise, and Worship.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a small church, but we doing big things, man. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Like I said,
you represent though. One thing about it, man, you be represented. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you even represented in your title, man. You know, elder. You know.
Yes, sir.
So I respect that, man. I respect that. So
and you know how I got on to your show. I've been watching you, but my one of my friends, my ex is Tasha Chambers. She was like, Chill, you need to watch this. You need to watch him.
Tasha, she do the shirt. She got the shirt business.
She live in Texas.
Yeah. She always connecting us. She tell me about you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I first started, you know, kicking with you. Like I said, me and Winfred, you know, we go way back. You know what I'm saying? You know.
But that's how I got on to you was through Win. It was like he's like, yeah, man, I'm on the, and I was like, oh, okay. I said, yeah. I said, I remember him from, you know, I remember you. I was, you know, shorty back then, but you know, I remember the whole mafia thing. I have a whole mafia, you know, I remember all that. I went to Tolliston.
Yeah.
So
my man, he asked about Keenan Correa. He was like, man, do we know him? They called him K-Dog. He's a rap with Ken folks too. You know what I'm saying? He's like, man, do we know him? I said, yeah, man. He about, you know, like I said, he about, you know, about y'all age. You know, when did you come out?
I came out in 93.
93. Okay, yeah.
Horseman. Yeah.
At the same time frame.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But it's all love, and I'm glad that I'm glad to see us, man, just progressing, man, and really reinventing ourselves. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing, man. I tell people you can't just stay one way, man. Like you used to sell drugs back in the day. You can't keep selling drugs forever.
Nah, it's over with.
You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z gave you the blueprint. I mean, take that money and buy the block. Buy you some real estate or something, you know?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, so it's just, man. And even spiritual, you know, growing spiritually, man, like you doing, man. That's, you know, that's something that we need to get better on too and really focus on, man, is our spiritual life. Because we ain't gonna be on this earth forever. We go somewhere. This spirit gonna go somewhere. Right? I mean,
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Gotta go somewhere.
Gonna go. The energy gonna go somewhere. It's gonna go back to the game.
Yeah. So I just want to be in a happy place. I'm happy here, but I want to be happy when in the next life too. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Hey, can I say something real quick, man?
Yeah, go ahead.
Man, I'm so proud of you in 22, man. I like I said, I've been sitting back watching y'all, man, just looking and just how y'all conduct yourself and how y'all move, man. And then how you be out there, man, doing your events. I be looking like, you know, that's for my desk. You know, because this is how I wear to work. This is how I dress to go to work, right? Now I take it off and put my own cold hoodie on. And my nephew, I showed him your stuff. My nephew was like, "No, you got to come correct." Because my nephew look did change him. He rap too, you know what I'm saying? And my son, Famo rap too, you know what I'm saying? But he was like, "No, you got to come," you know what I'm saying? But man, I'm so proud of you brothers, man, and how y'all been representing, man, and you know, and the format that y'all got, man, you know, it's a positive format, man, you know, and y'all showcasing, you know, because like you said, we all come from the struggle, you know what I'm saying? We all know the stories, but I just like how y'all putting the story, changing the narrative, you know what I'm saying, and it's forcing people, you know, because Gary's under the microscope right now, you know what I'm saying, and when they see stuff like this come out of Gary, they have no choice but to recognize our greatness. Even they gonna hate on it, but they had no choice but to recognize it. And I'm so happy for you brothers, man. I'm proud of y'all, man. And I just thank you for allowing me to come on y'all show, man, just to chop it up and kick it with y'all.
Man, I appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you. And yeah, like I said, man, I you know, when I came up with this concept, you know, I do my interviews and one-on-ones, but those are kind of far and few in between. So I wanted something to still, you know, just kind of keep me sharp, first of all, you know, keep me on my game. But again, still give the people something that they could get something from. And the topics come because I wanted to put the candy in the medicine. That's my phrase for this show. That's my purpose. Put the candy in the medicine, or to put the medicine in the candy, because you still gonna get something from the show. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't just a gossip show. We ain't just talk. It's intellectual perspectives, you know, from myself, 22, and then the guests that I choose to bring on the show. You know, they're definitely hand-picked. You know what I'm saying? Ain't just anybody coming on here. You know what I'm saying?
Sir.
So you was definitely, you know what I'm saying, like hand selected, vetted, you know what I'm saying, all of that. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah. So and yeah, man, I can't wait. I'm gonna be in Indianapolis, man. I got a couple of shows I'm doing out there. So next time I come out there, man, I gotta get with you. You and 22.
Yeah, let me know, man. I most definitely drop by, man. You know, I love supporting everybody, man, especially the home front.
Yeah, man. You know, so where can we find On Code at, man? What time and what, you know?
Right now, you can find On Code on Facebook, man. We be on Facebook Mondays after evenings at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 o'clock for Gary time. You know what I'm saying? So just check us out, man. You know, we have a wonderful show, man. We talk about the positivity of Gary, Indiana. And I ain't gonna lie, I kind of wanted to get ratchet, but Sobo was like, nah, chill, we can't do that, man. You know, we gotta do another spin. You feel me? So just check us out Mondays. We're gonna flip our format up, like how you using StreamYard. We're gonna start using StreamYard as well. My mentor told me to use it 2 years ago, but I've been lazy, man. I'm gonna keep rich. I've been lazy, man. They ain't put the work in. So we're gonna start doing the StreamYard and start being on YouTube. On my YouTube channel is Chill Will IVH1, and TikTok, I believe, is Willie Anderson. No, it's Chill Will. No, it's Willie Anderson 665 on TikTok. and Instagram is Elder Willie Anderson again. You know, so that's where I'm at right now, man. You know what I'm saying? And if you want to reach us for the CNA program, you can reach my sister at Unified Vision CNA at gmail.com.
Okay. I ain't typing all that weird.
No, that's good. That's good. That's good. I appreciate it. But yeah, man. But that's what we're doing, man. You know, it's we had a vision. You know, God gave me a vision, and my family, you know, they followed the vision. You know, so
yeah.
And I've been blessed. Like I said, I work for the federal government, so I'm you know, whoever thought somebody like me would work for the federal government, you feel me? That they didn't let me in, but I'm here. You know what I'm talking about?
Man, my girl Naima said 95 horseman checking in. Yeah, horseman. 95.
See, you gotta know my co-host too. You know, you gotta know my co-host. You know, that's his stomping ground. Sobo.
Sobo, okay. I seen him. You know, I've been on your show. I seen him before. But you know how we get old, man. You know how we done matured and facial hairs and
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, so it just, you know, people, I know I probably don't look the same. Yeah, I ain't got, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, once we chop it up.
What, man? I went through a lot of trauma, you know what I'm saying? But when I saw your face, I'm like, man, I got to know him. My homegirl, Quita, you know, Miss Barnes was like, chill, you know, CINO, you know, Corey. I'm like, you know.
Nah, but see, you was an OG though. See, I was a shorty, man. So,
yeah.
You know, just probably through the years, you know how Facebook is and social media, you almost kind of get to know people before you even, you know what I'm saying? And then little things kind of bring you back, like who you used to be with and da. You know, but yeah, I used to, I had a lot of partners, man, from Ivanhoe, you know, at Tolliston, man. Shout out to Ivanhoe, man. Lot of good brothers, man, from my partners, Ivanhoe, Terrytown.
Yeah,
you know,
yes, sir.
There was my guys, man. The Tolliston, it kind of split, like, you know how you go to, I went to Horseman and they went to West Side, and you know what I'm saying? So
right.
As you go from that transition, you just meet another side of, you know, a town of people, man. So
yes, sir.
Yeah, I think 22 had to go, man. He working. So
yeah, he said his reception was getting bad.
Oh, okay, yeah. But hey, man, I appreciate you, brother, and man, same love that you just showed me, man, is definitely reciprocated, man. So
yes, sir.
I thank you for taking time out your schedule, taking time out from your family, man, to just join us and just chop it up, man. So
oh man, I appreciate you, brother. And like I said, we got to do a special episode when you ain't working, when you can come on our thing too, man, and we can sit down and chop it up, man. You know, because I want to hear your journey.
Yeah, because you got some intellectual perspectives on your show, man. So I'll be checking y'all out, man.
I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, you got a nice panel, man. Very, very nice panel, man. The people that you connected with. So
thank you.
It's gonna be an honor. I look forward to it, man.
Yes, sir. And I'm about to get with you too, man, on the credit thing, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we try to make moves. I got to build my stuff up, man. So, you know, I got to get my coins together, but we got to get together, man.
Oh yeah. As a matter of fact, man, let me run my commercial, man. Let me run my stuff, man. I think I spoiled 22 to spoil me, man. You done spoiled me, man. I ain't used to doing none of this stuff no more, man. But shout out. Speaking of the credit, man, I got the May Money Makeover credit repair special, only $2.99 right now. And you know, it's been really good, man. A lot of my clients are seeing results very fast within the first 30 days, man. So get with me. Very simple process to get started. And, you know, it's sweet, man. And of course, I got my man, Duke Tanner, coming up on CONVO with CINO. We're going to sit down with the man, undefeated boxer, CEO of Second Chances, Redeem leader, man, Redeem to lead. So I'm definitely looking forward to this interview. I used to throw Duke's after parties, man, for him when he was boxing, man. And just seeing him come up, and his story is just going to be incredible. I think it's going to be good for the city. I think it's going to be good, you know, to represent, man, you know, what redemption looks like, what a second chance looks like. you know, because this brother was facing a lot of years, did a lot of years.
Yes, sir.
And come out shining, man, and remind me of, you know, the David, who was that in the fire, man, who didn't come out? Who was
Daniel.
that? Daniel.
Not Daniel, the Hebrew boys.
Yeah.
When they put him in the fire, yeah. And they said somebody, the Son of Man is in there with them.
Yeah. I knew you knew. I knew I was gonna. Yeah, man. So shout out.
I got his book too, man.
You got his book?
Yeah, I got his book. Yeah, I got it. I've been reading it. That's all I do, man. I just that's all I do, man. I just got these in the mail, you know, and Goodwill, my favorite spot to get books, and I just got these as well. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. You know, I never thought about that, the Goodwill for books. Yeah. I never thought about that. Damn.
Man, you get some jewels, man.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because believe me, I got a library, bro, so I already know.
Yeah. I used to go to your after parties.
Did you?
Yeah. I used to go to them, you know. His brothers now, you know, I said.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, we used to do it, me and my girl Lovey, man. Shout out to Lovey, man. Destiny Boutique, man. We used to throw the after parties, man, the Radisson and the Chic and all that. Yeah, man.
I used to go to all these fights. You know, I used to be right there in the front row. Me and my brother, Big Mike, you know, shout out to GTV and my other brother, Pimp Sconey. Well, Pastor Bobby Dalton. I apologize. He's a pastor now.
Come on.
Yeah.
You see your boy. You see your boy in the comment. You see your boy in the comments.
Yeah, Cheeks, that's my man. You know what I'm saying? I remember him too. You know, we was all, you know, going through the struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Without a doubt, man. Shout out to Cheeks, man.
Yes, sir.
That's my brother too, man. Always representing, man. It's good to have people, man. That's just like I want to be around people better than me. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the top dog in the room, man. Let me get sharpened. Let me get sharp, man. Because you sure is sharp today, man. I feel underdressed. You got me this time. Wait till I come on. I'm gonna get you back though. I'm gonna get you back.
Hey, thanks my nephew, Newski Changer, man.
You got me.
He was like, nephew, he said, you got to come correct, man. Because I show him your stuff. I said, man, here you go right here, nephew. He said, hey, don't put the hoodie on.
But that's how I see you though. I mean, most of the time I see you like that. So I wasn't expecting nothing different. But I mean, you clean. You clean.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Man, that's a compliment, man. I appreciate that, brother.
Yes, sir, man. Well, all right, man. Well, hey, man, appreciate you, man. Y'all been tuned in to another fire episode of CONVO with CINO, featuring my guest tonight, Chill Will of On Cold Podcast. Let me pull it up. Let me pull up the fly, man. Since I got it all, hey, since I'm running the show right now. Oh no, that's Cheeks. No, get them up off there. No, we got the big dog, man. We got the big dog representing tonight, man.
I like that too, man. It look good, man. Thank you, man.
Man, no doubt, my brother. No doubt, man. So, hey, man, appreciate you for joining us. Any last words before we end?
I just want to say, man, just keep everybody in y'all prayers, man. Pray for one another, man. And y'all watch out for these tricks that the enemy trying to throw out there to our people, man. You know, it's all a trick, man. But the Most High said this time was gonna happen. We just got to stay focused and stay prayed up. You feel me?
On that note, we out. We'll see y'all next week. CONVO live. Let's go. Appreciate you, Chill.
Love you, man. Appreciate you, brother.
Love you too, brother. Most definitely.